Hello everybody, welcome to yukicooks. Today's recipe, double chocolate muffins. You know those big bakery style chocolate chip muffins? The ones that are soft on the inside and just loaded with chocolates? I found the perfect recipe for that. But before that, please subscribe to my channel. Now grab yourself a cup of tea and let's start watching. We are not going to use a blender for this, we'll just use a spatula. It's an easy recipe. So let's start off with 150 grams of butter. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. You can use powdered sugar or you can use granulated sugar. Remember, this is a very easy and no fuss recipe. You do not require a blender. Just a spatula is more than enough. So now, let's mix everything together very nicely. Go slowly. Here you are, it's done. After you have mixed everything together very nicely, we'll start off with other ingredients. So, let's take some sour cream. I'm using 100 grams of sour cream. You can also use buttermilk in place of sour cream. But please do not use curd. Now let's mix everything together very nicely until they are incorporated well. If you do not have sour cream at home, you can easily make it yourself. It's very simple. Just add juice of 2 lemons to a cup of heavy cream or fresh cream. Now let's take 2 eggs. The eggs are at room temperature. Add them and again mix everything together nicely until they are incorporated well. Let's start adding the dry ingredients. It's 1 cup of all-purpose flour. We'll divide the flour into 2 parts. Add half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Now let's add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. It's unsweetened cocoa powder. Put everything in a sieve and sieve in very nicely. Remember that cocoa powder is very notorious for being lumpy. So now just use your spatula, use the J motion like I tell you always, and mix everything together very nicely until it's incorporated very well. Are you seeing how easy this recipe is? You just need a spatula and that's it. Just sit on your table and start making. Now add the remaining flour. Sieve it in and mix everything together very nicely. Just use the J motion. It's extremely easy. It's a no fuss recipe. Here you are. And the kids love it. Why? Even elders love it. So, after things are incorporated very nicely, now let's add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Chocolates and vanilla go well together. Now we'll be adding 1/4 of a cup of almond flour. This is totally optional, but trust me, it'll take your muffins to a totally different level if you add the almond flour to it. Now let's mix everything together very nicely. Our batter is done. Here you are. Easy peasy. Now we'll be adding 1 cup of dark chocolate chips, the semi-sweet ones. These will give your muffins a totally different texture and it'll take your muffins to a different level. Mix everything together very nicely. I can literally smell the chocolates and the vanilla. I feel so hungry right now. So now put the batter in the muffin tin. They are lined with muffin cups and I'm using an ice cream scoop because it's easier to use an ice cream scoop. It's less messy and it's very fast and it's very easy. So here you see that ice cream scoop has other utilities too. Here you are, it's done. Now we just have to bake it. I'm baking it in a preheated oven for 20 minutes at 180 degrees. Get the muffins out of the tin and cool them down completely. Now you can decorate it as you want to. Easy peasy recipe. I'm going to drizzle some chocolate sauce. I'll just make zigzag lines. And my muffins are done, ready to be eaten. Thumbs up if you like the recipe. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It would be very nice if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you later in another beautiful and exciting recipe.